Hello, my name is Swiss Bianco. In this video we will have a look at the Tecsun PL330. I got that a couple days ago and work on a test. This is basically an unboxing video and I'm gonna show a couple features as well. So the item comes in a nice box there. This one is the grey version. They make different color versions. We have there some more information as well as on the back side. The item is in the box, so we get the radio, we get a manual. The radio is securely packaged in a bag in a nice storage and transport envelope here. It's a fabric. It's a little bit padded, of course not watertight, but a little bit padded. We have a good zipper. The radio fits well in it. It's a bit on the tight side, but it fit pretty well. Then we have the charging cable. One side USB standard and the other is the micro USB. They did not yet change that to the faster USB version. So that is how that is, and we also get a set of headphones, just simple ones with the plug-in, nothing fancy there. I don't gonna go too deep in the user manual. The manual is also online. We see there the website tecsunaudio.com. Of course, made in China and all that. The radio itself has a strap. If you like that, unfortunately it's completely in the housing mounted, so you can't take it off unless you take it apart. I usually use some masking tape and make it rather small. I don't like that thing dangling around. Anyway, the sticker that is usually on the corner here, I took that off and put it on the back side over the battery compartment there. So we have the speaker part over here and the radio part over there. We just have two side knobs, one for the tuning and one for the volume. Not three. You always need to use the step there, the step button if you want to change the steps. I'm gonna show that in a minute. So those two buttons are a bit on the minus side. They are relative shallow flush fit with the body of the radio. The other buttons, all of them stand out way better, so that is a bit negative. And also, as we are already by the negative, if you do the scan by pushing that button, you can't adjust the volume in between. You need to stop the scan and then you can adjust the volume. That is a bit something to watch about. It gives you just more work to do because the stations that you receive are often a bit in a different strength, so sometimes the radio would be a bit too loud and sometimes a bit the sound would be too dim. So that is a bit a negative. You need to stop the scan, whatever scan you're gonna do, and adjust it and then start the scan again. The item is otherwise relative well. Maybe one more negative, at least on that example here, the top wheel is a bit uneven, or it feels uneven sometimes, that it gets a bit a bit easier to turn, and sometimes a bit less, depending where the wheel is. Sample 1 of 1, so I don't know if that is usual on the item. It has a little bit of a resistance in it, so in steps like this one too, but it's really minimal on that regards. So on the display you can put on the time, of course. The battery strength is shown too. You have illumination on the display too if you want to have that. What is really important, the direct entry of the frequency that you want to use or want to listen to. Of course, we have different memories, we have different scans. The ETM scan is there too, and of course the different selection of the frequencies, also shortwave sidebands, the upper and the lower sidebands. I did already make a video showing how that sounds with the sidebands. That is really nice for that size of a radio. Then on the other side we have 3 holes, the one for the charging cable, then the headset, and the external antenna if you wanna use one. You have a dedicated plug-in. On top we have the regular antenna. It turns all the way around. This one was a bit stiff first, so I did think it only goes up and down, but it actually turns all around. It's just not that, it doesn't have that much space to turn around in front or on the side there, more on the back side, of course. The antenna is the typical style, nothing special there either, goes in nicely. Then on the bottom we have 2 feet, one left, one right, just shallow. On the back side we have there some more informations about the frequency range that you can reach. And we see here it doesn't have a folding stand there like the same size radio, the Tecsun PL380 here. As a comparison, we have here that kickstand on the 380 that we don't have in here. That is because of the battery system that this one uses. So we have just no kickstand at all. So you need to have, if you want to have it angled, you need some kind of device to hold it. What you can also do is use the antenna. If you say you use the external antenna, a plug-in or a clamp on, you can do it like this and adjust a bit. You just need to be careful about the antenna. Antenna is always the weak point on the system. Those antennas can break or bend or get damaged, so that is a bit, it's possible, but it's not the best solution. So if you have a piece of wood or something else that you can make a stand out of it, that would be for sure the better solution. As we come back to the back side, we see here the battery compartment. So it's a simple design. I need to reach a bit around the camera, otherwise that's uneasy. So I just did go in with the nail, press it downwards, and then it opens up, and we see there the BL5C, that cell phone battery that it uses. It came with that battery in it, not fully charged, and that's basically all what it is. That is maybe not the strongest solution here with that locking for that plate, but it just goes together like that. We have to see it's at least flush fit and all that, but no stand, as I did say. Now size wise it's pretty interesting because this one has the side bands. If we compare it to the 380, it has basically the same size, also the same thickness pretty much. We have on the side the adjustments. On this one it's more in a different style. As we see here, we have the wheels on the side compared to that one. Main difference between the two, next to the side bands that we have by the 330 is, and by the 380 we don't, we have the battery system. So we use AA batteries, 3 pieces instead of the cell phone battery. That's why we don't have a kickstand, because there wasn't enough space apparently to put the kickstand in as well. So that is how that is. If you really need a kickstand, or if you don't like the cell phone battery, that is quite likely not the radio for you. So size wise, it has quite more features than the PL380. Of course it costs a bit more as well. And to the size, again comparison, here we have the 880, of course way bigger. We have here a 18650 battery in it. That gives it a really long runtime. It's a way bigger, bulkier, heavier receiver and all that. So it depends on what you want. I like the 880 a lot. But I still test out a bit different radios, and so far I still have to get a Tecsun that really disappoint me. So far everything did pretty much always work. Another difference is by the 880 we see we have 3 wheels on the side compared to 2. So say if you do a scan on this one, on the 880, you can still, during as the scan is running, you can adjust the volume out at any time as you want. Again, by the 330 you need to stop the scan, adjust the volume, and then start the scan again. So that is a bit more complex. Doesn't matter, not that much. I just get a bit spoiled with the 880 that you can adjust it without pushing too many buttons, just how you want. Another point maybe about, I did already say about those 2 buttons that are rather narrow on the receiver. You can always use the power button to stop a scan. Only press once, of course. If you press 2 times, the radio turns itself off. So that is something that work, but again we see the power button is way smaller than on that one. So it depends what you want to use it for. All in all, for that tiny size of a radio, it's for sure amazing how well it works with all the features compared to the older days, as I did start with radio back in the 80s. What you can get nowadays, it's amazing, price wise, quality wise, and the features. With a simple long wire antenna I got quite many signals on shortwave. That is amazing for what it is compared to back then. Of course, it's made in China. There isn't that much made in USA or Europe for that matter anymore, but it comes as a complete packaging. You can select the different from the different colors. It comes as a complete packaging with the protective sleeve, with the charging cable, the manual, and the headset. So you are pretty much ready to go, except for external antenna. If you want to do that, that is relatively easy too, but it doesn't come with one. The bigger one sometimes or most times come with a external antenna. So that much for the Tecsun PL330.